Hi guys and ladies, about 20 years ago I managed to extract a recipe from my mother for stuffed peppers. Today I got to thinking, well, that isn't hers. She learned it from my immigrant grandmother back in the 1920s. So what happens today, I want to say, is all on you, Grandma. Let's try to replicate this 1920s recipe. Also, let's get current with the movie technology. All right, I've got 8 of these Cubanelle peppers. I don't know, it might be too many or too few, but my notes said 8, and we'll see how it comes out. At any rate, look below in the notes, and I'll write the recipe that does in fact work out, I hope. Now my first job is to cut the heads off. Then I have to ream it out, all this stuff in here. Uh-oh. There's another little trick. You cut all around it, of course, but then if it doesn't come out, you just plunge your bluegill fillet knife in there, twist it around, and look at that, comes right out. I got them all hollowed out, so all I'm going to do now is put them aside and then get on with the sausage. All we got going here is 1 pound of Italian sausage. You could use either mild, spicy combination, whatever you like. I love the aroma of frying sausage. It's looking good. Now I'm just going to drain the grease out of the sausage. I'm probably doing this wrong. You're probably not supposed to drain meat into a garbage disposer. Now I'm just going to let the sausage cool in a medium bowl. The sausage has cooled down now, so all I want to do is add some other seasonings to it to make it a really yummy stuffing. All I'm doing now is adding 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. Not really breadcrumbs. You could use breadcrumbs, but in my case, I have to use ground up pork rinds. Next, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of really good quality grated parmesan. Don't use that stuff in the cardboard box. My grandmother would turn over in her grave. Of course, she probably turned over in her grave already when she saw pork rinds. I'm adding now 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Now I'm adding 1 teaspoon of crushed garlic. Now, before I go on, I have to chop up a handful of this flat leaf Italian parsley. Don't try it with that curly stuff. There's no taste there. Now we can add it to the stuffing. This knife is a Christmas present from that famous food critic, Miss Lulu Cheeks. Okay, all we're doing now is adding an extra large egg. All I need to do now is mix it all together. I'd rather not do it with my hands. Let's see if I could do it with a spatula. Nothing works like your bare hands. Okay, I'm ready to stuff this mixture into the peppers. I'm amazed. It came out perfectly. 8 fully stuffed peppers and no leftover stuffing. Now let's just add 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil to this fry pan. Here I'm coating the peppers with olive oil. These things are doing a lot of crackling and popping, so I put one of these grease screens over it. The notes don't specify a temperature. I should have asked my mother, but I put it on medium. We're supposed to char them on all sides. The worst part is that I have to clean the stove after this. While the peppers go on with their snap, crackle, and pop, I'm going to prepare some sauce in this pan. It's going to be really, really basic. It's just going to be diced tomatoes with some mushrooms and maybe throw some olives in there. That's what the instructions said to do. Okay, to this pan, I'm just going to add the chopped tomatoes. That's two 15-ounce cans, 14.5-ounce cans. Here's about a cup of sliced mushrooms. I think they're called bella. I like the word bella. My grandmother always used to say, when I was very little, she would say, tu sei belle. I think that means you're cute or something. Ugh. I wish I could hear that now. I'm going to add now a half a cup of these sliced olives. Lulu Cheeks does not like olives, but she could push those to the side. Yikes! I was supposed to add a tablespoon of olive oil to this pan, but I forgot. I'll have to add it now. It looks like they're coming along. Now these are wilted and charred to the point where I'm afraid to turn them over anymore. They're falling apart. So I'll just take them off the heat until the sauce is ready to add to it. Now what I'll do is put the sauce that's been cooking for about 20 minutes now into the hot pan of peppers and let the flavors all meld together. The last 10 minutes or so, I've had the top on the pan because I want it to kind of cook through, especially those mushrooms, and it smells really good. Okay, let's take one last look at these before Lulu Cheeks, that food critic, arrives. Smells very good. What do you say we pour it out into the serving platter? Well, it's kind of falling apart, but it looks good and it smells good. Here we are with Miss Lulu Cheeks, that famous food critic.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming to dinner tonight. And I would like you to try. This is a little of that sausage and pepper stuff.
Oh, very tasty.
I ate the olive.
Oh, I was wondering. Very nice.
You like it? Miss Cheeks, may I call you Lulu?
Of course.
Well, you know, last evening I was so taken by the presence of Miss Lulu Cheeks that I forgot to remember Grandma. Thanks, Grandma, for a great recipe.